Good evening. It's Saturday, the 19th of July. You're tuned into our 6 p.m. newscast coming to you from Arirang's news centre in Seoul. I'm Mark Broom. Our top story this evening: the United States, Russia and Ukraine are continuing to argue over who is to blame for the downing of Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 over eastern Ukraine that killed 298 innocent people, victims of a war of which they had no part. There's increasing frustration too, as international investigators who were at the crash site have their access restricted by the very people suspected of shooting the plane down. Hwang Sang-hee reports.
The United States says a surface-to-air missile fired from a rebel-held region in eastern Ukraine took down flight MH17 as the plane carrying 298 people on board was traveling from Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur. U.S. President Barack Obama said Russia likely bears some responsibility for the crash.
A group of separatists can't shoot down military transport planes, or they claim shoot down fighter jets without sophisticated equipment and sophisticated training, and that is coming from Russia.
But a lack of access to the crash site is complicating investigations. A delegation of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe had just 75 minutes Friday to examine some 200 meters at the crash scene before being forced to leave by pro-Russian militants. Pieces of the airplane and bodies are spread over several kilometers. The UN Security Council held an emergency session calling for a full and independent international investigation into what happened. They urged that immediate access be given to monitors investigating the case. Russia denies playing any part in the crash, referring to Ukraine's claims that Russia was connected to the missile attack. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov told state-run broadcaster Russia 24 that he has not heard Kiev tell the truth for months. Russian President Vladimir Putin said the crash was a tragedy. He called for a ceasefire and peace talks in Ukraine, but fresh clashes were reported Friday less than 100 kilometers from the crash site. Hwang Sang-hee, Arirang News.